Hi Cancer, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your love story for the 14th of February to the 16th of March. We're going to look at 3 distinct areas for you today, my darlings. We'll look at who or what you could encounter when it comes to love this month. Secondly, we're going to look at the hidden feelings, so what's being hidden from your consciousness, from your conscious mind, what are you hiding from them, what they're hiding from you. And then finally, we're going to look at moving forward, so how is this relationship or your singledom progressing as we move into March. Okay, my darlings, I've already shuffled, I've already meditated as well. I'll just do a little bit more on camera and then we'll get started on your reading. And yes, I'm wearing my onesie, one of my onesies. Okay. Oh my word. Okay, that was, some of those cards were like so intense. They wanted to come out so much. Card at the base of the reading, my darlings, is you, Cancer, Queen of Cups. Obviously, Cups energy, so it represents your element, my darlings, of water. Card at the base of the reading, the overall perspective for this time period, and for you guys, that is the Queen of Cups. So it's Queen, so it's our feminine, it's our divine feminine that's the focus here. The divine feminine is all about everything that is you, that is non-physical, so your dreams, your wishes, your desires, your memories, your hopes, etc. That's all encompassed by our divine feminine and everything that we understand. And this is obviously related to cups, and it's you knowing what you feel, basically, you knowing what's going on inside you, knowing, engaging with what you feel. So this might be love feelings, this might be new love feelings, who knows? Because this is knowing but not necessarily acting on it, because it's feminine. So let's have a look at your headlines, Cancer, for this time period. We start with the 2 RC. What did I say? Knowing but not acting, eh? Knowing but not acting, Cancer. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. We've got the 3 of Swords. Okay, I'll be nice to you now. And we've got the Temperance Energy. So we've got, interestingly, that's a 5. We've got 2, 3, and that's a 5, not a 4. 14. So this is what or who you could encounter this month. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So we've got this energy of, this is trying to make a decision, trying to... Just a second. See, usually I would say that it's trying to make a decision, all that stuff. But I'm getting a different message for you. So I'll talk you through the basics first, the numerology. So it's number 2. So it's related to commitments and partnerships, balance and duality, agreements, okay? That's what number 2 is related to. Pentacles energy is where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest our security. So it might be that we're struggling to commit, we're not sure if we can commit, we're not really able to commit everything to one aspect of our life, to our relationship, or just to our work, or just to our friends, or just to our family. This is trying to do it all. But what's actually happening as well is you're thinking a lot this month, actually, Cancer. You're thinking a lot this month about trying to organize things. Some of you might actually, I never say this actually, but some of you might actually be, having multiple relationships, or it's like you're trying to get things in order. So we've got this 2 of Pentacles here. So you're trying to work out where you want to put your energy and effort. Is this the right romantic situation for me? Is this the right person for me? is this what I really want? Is this where I really want to be? But you're still doing things. You're still engaging in the relationship, or you're still engaging in the dating life. You know, if some of you are dating, for example, this might be you going on more than one, going on multiple dates, etc. If you're in a relationship with somebody currently, you know, it's just for you. You know, you're in a relationship and it's a happy relationship. But for you, for how you're feeling about yourself, there's a lot more. There's healing that needs to take place for you. On a personal level, indicated by the Three of Swords here and Temperance Energy. So the Three of Swords is sword energy is about our conscious mind, our awareness, our thoughts, okay, our perspective, our ideas, and our heart. You know what our heart is. I mean, number 3 is related to your power center, your self-confidence and self-esteem. So it's about your ability to be you in the world, number 3, and it's about our awareness that helps us to become more conscious, and then and therefore helps us to expand more and to gain more and to heal ultimately, number 3. So this indicates something that's already happened. It's a previous situation or circumstance that left you thinking about yourself in a certain way. No one's ever going to treat me right. People are going to always hurt me. You know, I'm always going to get cheated on. I can never be faithful. You know, I can never commit to somebody. Whatever it is for you as an individual, it's something happened previously which has created this perspective that you hold of yourself. And actually, maybe it's that you're trying to break, actually, because it's interesting. It's like there's a lot going on in your head. But I noticed that with this card, not with this card. So it's like maybe you're trying to overcome this. This is maybe the significant part for you. So this, for example, this experience, a previous experience that had left you feeling limited, that's left you feeling weakened, if you will. For example, this could be, I always use this example because it's easy. So, you know, when you were a child, your mum and dad separated, or your mum and dad got divorced, and that left you feeling that you found it hard to trust men, or you found it hard to trust women, or you found it hard to trust people because your mum and dad broke up. Does that make sense? So it's like having an event that happens in a previous relationship that's significant, and because of that event that's happened previously, it affects us still how we interact in our relationships today. That's this event. But I feel like you're trying to heal from this, actually. I mean, we've got Mercury retrograde during this time period. So from the 16th of March, and viewers of Kiwi Sim Tarot on Instagram and Facebook, you'll have seen these. Nice and neat, actually. This is just for me. Mercury goes retrograde in Pisces on the 16th, up until on the 16th of Feb, up until the 9th of March. So what that means is that it's time to reflect. You know, that's what Mercury retrograde's for. You know, Mercury is the planet of communication, and Pisces obviously is about our emotional world. So it's about reflecting on our emotions, actually, on our past experiences, on our divine feminine, on our memories, on all those things that have happened to us, on what we understood. That's what this time period is actually about. And it seems like you're doing that, because I feel like there's a lot going on in your head, but it is about, obviously, I think it's about getting rid of all this stuff. Or for some of you, it is because you're juggling. But, you know, for most of you, it's this impediment here that's limited you. And for those people that are juggling, for example, you're doing that because of this anyway. You're not, you know, I always say, if someone cheats on you, it's not because of you, it's because of them. It's because there's something within them that they're missing, or there's something within them that's upset them, or whatever. And this is what it is. So even for those cancers that are juggling out there, you still need to get to the root of this. You know, you still need to get to the root of what is this impediment? How did it limit your behaviours previously? And how does it still limit your behaviours now? How does it limit your thinking about your ability, capability, worthiness, or deservingness of relationships? That's what you're working with this time period. And Temperance energy here, which is Sagittarius energy. So if it's a who you're dealing, it could be a Sagittarius. It could also be a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capri, or it could be an earth sign. But you know them anyway. You don't need me to tell you them. It's just waste time. So Temperance energy. Temperance, ultimately, this is a card of mindfulness. And mindfulness is about being observant of what you're experiencing now, today. Where are your feet today? Right now, where are your feet? Then this is where you need to be. You don't need to be there when you were a 3-year-old child and you saw your dad or your mum walk out on you. That's not where you are today. You're here, wherever you are watching this video, listening to this video. So be where your feet are, because the temperance energy is about being mindful. It's about being engaged with what you're experiencing now, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and in every given moment. When we do that, that anchors us to this moment. It anchors us to where we are now. And it helps us to be objective about things like this, about previous experiences that have limited us. It helps us to be objective and understand how they've affected us. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking over this time period, but that's what this time period's for. As I said, Mercury retrograde. And it's looking like there's healing coming as well. Temperance is also linked to your healing. It's number 5, temperance, okay? So it's 10, so it's 1 and 4. So 1 is new beginnings, and 4 is structures and foundations and roots and where we come from. That's what number 4 is related to. And love as well. Where do you come from, number 4? So when we add those two things together, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is the energy, the actual physical experience of change. So when you are going through changes, what that actually physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually does to you. So the one I used on my last video when I was talking about number 5 was, when the day you got married, or when you had children. I've never been married or had children, but do you know what I mean? Or the day you got married, or the day you had children, knowing that you were going to get married, knowing that you were moving in, when you went to university for the first time, when you left home for the first time. Do you remember how it feels when you're like, oh my God, it's exciting, but it's like you feel grown up, you feel nervous, you feel scared. That, what you're feeling, is what number 5 represents. Number 5 is the energy is the number of power, and it's all these shifts and these changes, and it's noticing them with this energy. So what's happening is, if something is changing for you, and it seems to be about your awareness of something, your beliefs. I'm talking so long on these 3 cards. It seems to be about your beliefs about yourself, and your beliefs about your ability to love, your ability as a partner, or your deservingness or worthiness as a partner. That seems to be what you're healing from, or trying to work out, trying to come to terms with during this time period. Let's just quickly look at what's beneath the surface before we look a bit longer at. Okay, so what's beneath the surface is this truth trying to come out. We've got a 1, we've got a 4 here. I've got the Ace of Swords here with the truth trying to come out. You're trying to gain this clarity. You're trying to hold on to something. You're trying to hold on to the truth. What do you need to know? What do you know? That's what we have with the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so we know what the sword energy is. We know the aces are about the starts, new beginnings. So this really is about your awareness. Beneath the surface, you want the truth. You want to know the truth. You might want to speak the truth for those people that are hiding things from if you're in a relationship, or not, if you're hiding things from people, your partner. This is about you wanting to speak the truth, and your truth might be, and will potentially be, about this here, about understanding this impediment, about understanding how it's limited you, for example, your mum and dad breaking up when you were little, how that, excuse me, oh, bless me. For example, how your mum and dad's divorce affected you, whatever. It seems to be about wanting to get to grips with that during this time period, and potentially share that with the people in your life, the person in your life, your friends, etc. The Emperor is number 4. I talked about number 4 briefly. It's about the structures and the foundations in our lives. What makes you you. The 4th house in astrology is all about our family, our roots, what's underground, where we come from. And the Emperor knows all those things. The Emperor's scaled the mountains and soul searched and tried to understand what makes me me. And that's why the Emperor is strong and confident. That's why the Emperor is a boss, because the Emperor now understands. And that's the center of your reading. It's as if, Cancer, you need to understand what makes you you in relationships. There's a want, or a desire, a drive, a desire to really understand why you are the way you are in relationships, or why you treat yourself the way you do when it comes to self-compassion and self-love. there's a real want to understand this finally, and there's a real want to excavate. I say we did a lot of excavation last year, didn't we, Cancer? Digging deep. We did a lot of digging deep, a lot of soul searching last year, and I think for you, when it comes to love, and I think it's not just other people, I think it's about you, how you feel about you, how you treat you. It's about understanding where some of those ideas that you hold about yourself, where they came from, and it shows, which I like as well. What's hidden beneath the surface is this Two of Pentacles here. I've just for the signs. This is Aries as well, so if someone might be an Aries, might be a secret admirer, blah blah blah. But ultimately, if it's a secret admirer or if it's an ex-partner for you, you're still going to be going through that energy of, you've got to think, like, even if we break up with people, you know, even if you were not in the wrong, yeah. So say for example, it was her that cheated on you, or it was him that cheated on you. It was him that did you wrong. You know, everyone, you know, he did you wrong, yeah. This still exists. And it doesn't exist because he cheated on you, or because she cheated on you, or because they did you wrong in this previous relationship. That's a karmic situation where someone cheated on you, for example. What was your part in that? And that doesn't mean, I didn't have sex with him, so he went and had sex with other people. That's ridiculous things that people say when they're 18 years old, not grown men and women. But even, to be fair, grown men and women do say that because they actually believe it. But they believe it because they don't want to actually engage with the fact that they heard the red flags and they didn't say, I had a red flag, but I didn't say anything. I didn't question it. I didn't mention it. Why didn't you open your mouth? Because I didn't want them to leave me, because I didn't want them to run away. So I kind of stuck with it. I kind of just, why did you stick with it? Do you believe that you're good enough? Do you believe that you're worthy of love? This is feelings of not being unworthy. This is where we don't feel worthy. This is where we don't feel we're deserving. This is where we don't feel we can speak our mind. But it comes from somewhere. And it seems like you see there's an opportunity. That's what this one stands for, Two of Wands. There's an opportunity this month for you to heal from that, to move through that energy, to move towards a different way of loving. That's what you want, Cancer. You want a different way of loving yourself. A different way of loving your partner or the people in your life. You want, because you understand that at the moment, currently or previously, the way that you love, how you accept love as well, not just give love, but how you accept love, you understand that it's limited by a traumatic experience, or a difficult, challenging experience that has left you feel limited. You want to understand, and you recognise it's time to start to engage with, and it's the best time to do it during Mercury retrograde. It's in Pisces. It's definitely time to start to engage with. Okay, is this something that I can understand? Is this something that I can change? You know, how do I go about it? So let's see what's going on as we move forward for you. So you've got the Nine of Swords. Listen, I say hallelujah when I see this card. Nine of Swords, the Death card, hallelujah, and the Nine of Cups. See, so this is good, because I did it when I was doing my personal readings this week. I was saying to Roz, she's not a Cancer anyway. I hope she's not a Cancer. I was saying to her, I said, people don't like seeing these cards. I said, but I love them because what this shows is awareness. It shows that we're actually feeling our feelings, that we're actually allowing our thoughts into our head as opposed to pushing them away, allowing ourselves to engage with our anxieties as opposed to pushing them away. And that's what you're doing. You have to get to this point to heal, to get over the breakup, to get over the mum and dad's divorce, to get over the assault, the trauma, to get over the cheating, to get over the lies, to get over whatever it is. You have to feel it. You have to actually allow yourself to feel it, to experience the chaos of, oh my gosh, they cheated on me. Oh my gosh, my mum left my dad. Oh my gosh, they betrayed me. Oh my gosh, they hurt me. You have to allow yourself to feel it. You have to allow yourself to think the crazy thoughts. Oh my God, I really want to kill him. Obviously, you're not going to kill him, or you're not going to kill her, but there's no judgment. in your mind, or there shouldn't be. It's thoughts. Allow the thoughts to come out. That's what this card represents. The Nine of Swords, people call it the dark night of the soul. This is all about awareness. It's all about being able to see the anxieties, being able to see the worries, being able to see the limiting beliefs, how they've limited you. Like, oh my gosh, like, that's why, like, I never said I love you. Like, I could never say I love you to anyone because, oh my gosh, my mum never told me she loved me, and I didn't realise that was still something that I held on to all those years later, etc., 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 or whatever your specific individual example is. This energy is being able to finally see it. And it's hard. Oh, sorry, I got a bit carried away there. And it's hard. It's intense, it is. But it's your thoughts. But it's your feelings. So feel them. Because that's what we do. We hide and we push them down, and we keep our feelings down. Why? I mean, you keep your feelings away because they're hard. Because it's painful. But all you do, they're not going anywhere. They're in the cup, aren't they? Let them out, look at them, see them. This is what you do here. So this is showing with this number 9, linked to the Hermit energy as well. So it's about active engagement with what's going on inside. Remember, Temperance energy is mindfulness, okay? So be where my feet are. Engage fully with what I'm experiencing mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually in this moment. Meditation, which is what number 9 is linked to, means to reflect, to consider, to think over. So this is what you're doing. You're reflecting, you're considering, you're thinking over all of these challenges, all of these, the ways that you perceive yourself, the way that you see yourself when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to self-love as well. You're actually getting to see all of this, and it's hard, but look what happens. And it's been a process, as I said last year, for those people that have been with Key Wisdom, you've been watching your cancer videos, you know how hard your readings were, how challenging, how difficult, how heavy the energy was in 2019. We know, when I see death card means the process has been ongoing. Yeah, this isn't something that you just get and something's going to suddenly happen. Death's not sudden. Death, it doesn't creep up. It's a process, is death. It's a process. Yeah. So when we see this card now, what we're seeing, and especially in this position, is you are finally transforming from some of these long-held beliefs that you've had about yourself, or some of the trauma, the pain, the betrayals, the hurt that you felt, your heartbreak that you felt. You're transforming from them. Death is not the end. Death is a number 4 as well. It's 13, 1 and 4. Emperor, 1 and 4. Okay? Excuse me, is number 4. It's 1 and 3, I should say, not 1 and 4. I can add that simple number. But it's, death is number 13, and people think of number 13 as a negative number. And the reason people think of number 13 as a negative number is because of the tarot card, death. That's why. Like, there's no other reason. Like, because number 1 is a beautiful number. Number 3 is one of the. It's number 3 is related to the angels and the ascended masters. Number 4 is related to our roots and our families. So there's nothing wrong with number 13. It's just that people who don't know anything about tarot think that they saw this death card and they saw it was number 13, and they thought with their minds that 13 is an unlucky number, just like they think that 666 is an unlucky number, and that's because of a film. It does not actually a bad number. It doesn't actually represent the devil. It's not the number of the devil. It's not the mark of the devil. Anyway, we digress. It's a good number, 6. Anyway, and don't even get me started on the devil either. Anyway. So basically what I'm saying is death card is a transformation. It's the end of, and it's transformed it's your emotional world that's transformed. It's your, as I said, everything that's you that's not physical. So your beliefs, your feelings, your emotions, your memories, your desires, your hopes, it's those things that are transformed. Death's Scorpio's energy, it's related to water, so it's about the emotional world, that world transforming for you. So that's what we have this emotional transformation, this new beginning for you. So you're very much in your feelings, but look at where it leads you to right at the end. Your wish fulfillment, your 9 of Cups is here. So Cups energy, you know what that's about. 9 energy, 9, as I said, we've already talked about the number 9. So we have this, we've got 2 9s now. In fact, you've got a few repeats, haven't you? Let me just do this. So you've got 9 9 4 4 3, 2, 2. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Wow. That is huge, actually. That just, I mean, I told you, didn't I, what 5 talks about? The number 5 ultimately is the energy of change, how it feels when we're actually experiencing change. This tells me, as I said already, indicated by the death card, that this, and I know because I've been reading for you for the past year, this has been an ongoing change. What you're going through, Cancer, is what you went through over the last 2 years, and then now this year, what we're going through is not a small thing. These are traumas or challenges or difficulties that you've been trying to heal from, overcome, face up to for many, many years, or for a long time, or even it's not the length of time, it's the sort of the impact that they had on your life, the things that created these limiting beliefs for you that you're transforming from this month. The things that created them were so impactful on your soul, on your identity. They were so impactful on your soul, but it's finally time to release them. It's finally time that you can get over them. It's fine, and you've been going through this. It's been probably relentless for you, relentless energy. I've felt it reading for you, relentless energy over this last year, or over 2019, relentless energy. But actually, what's showing is that finally, there's some good news here. Do you know what I mean? Finally, you are transforming. The transformation is here. It's completing. The transformation is completing. The end of feeling that way and thinking of yourself that way and limiting yourself that way. That is transforming when it comes to love, when it comes to self-love, when it comes to loving your relationships and your ability to love. And we're going toward this energy of the 9. That's where you're going to in March, 9 of Cups. I mean, it sits with his arms closed. So this is like knowing what my wishes are, knowing what I want, knowing what my dreams are. I might not act on it immediately. You don't necessarily act on it immediately. We said that right at the beginning. But what we do have is we now know what we feel. We now know what makes up these 9 cups for us. What's going to fulfill me? What I needed to release. You now, by the 16th of March, you have this sense of inner peace, this sense of healing, this sense of joy that is promised by these energies here. So I really like that reading for you, and I think that, as I said, it's a transformative time. There's a few signs that have had quite a transformative sort of path, transformative journey over the last sort of 2019. It was hard for some people, for a lot of us actually, but finally, Cancer, that journey is coming to an end for you, and it's time for the new stuff. I'll just quickly look up 99 for you. 99. What's that? That's Brooklyn 99. I love that. 9999999. Oh, it doesn't have 2. Oh, it only has 3. It doesn't tell me 2. 444. You've got 444, haven't you? No, that's 5. Okay, don't have to look anything up for you. Okay, my darling. So, I hope you like that reading. By the way, 3 9s means like lots of communication messages. So I think it's a similar thing for you anyway, in that sense, in that this is really ultimately a reading of change. It's about changing your perspective of self-love, of loving relationships, of your capacity and ability and deservingness of love. It's about changing and transforming those beliefs finally. This month. Okay, my darling Cancers, don't forget to watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign as well. They might give you more information when it comes to love and how to really tackle this. But your in-depth intuitive sun, moon and stars reading for the month of February into March will also give you a lot of help on navigating personally the energies and navigating your life path over that time period. So do check those out. Check out the Key Wisdom playlist for everything mindfulness, meditation, Reiki and tarot, and you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram, on Facebook. I will be back, my darlings, very, very soon with your brand new readings. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, Cancer, and a wonderful February and beginning of March, and I will see you all again very soon with your brand new readings. Take care, my darling Cancer. Bye.